Spain is one of the most visited countries in the world, and for good reason. With a landscape that ranges from Mediterranean coastlines and mountain ranges to desert plains and lush green hills, it offers something for almost every type of traveler. Beyond the geography, Spain's cultural and historical depth sets it apart. Centuries of Roman, Moorish, and Christian influence have left behind an extraordinary mix of architecture, traditions, and regional identities. The country is made up of 17 autonomous communities, each with its own customs, festivals, food, and in some cases, its own language. Catalonia, Andalusia, Galicia, the Basque Country, and others all reflect how diverse Spain really is beneath its national identity. That diversity is one of the things that makes traveling across the country so rewarding. Even short distances can lead to completely different experiences. Spain's cities are known for their energy and character. From the artistic spirit of Barcelona and the royal landmarks of Madrid, to the flamenco-filled streets of Seville and the historic palaces of Granada, each city tells its own story. But beyond the major urban centers, smaller towns and countryside locations offer quieter, equally meaningful experiences, often with fewer tourists and a slower pace. In this video, we'll explore a wide range of destinations across Spain. Some are well known, others less so, but all are worth your attention. Whether you're planning a trip or just curious about the country, this guide is designed to give you a broader look at what makes Spain such a compelling place to explore. Barcelona. Barcelona is one of Spain's most iconic and visited cities. Located on the northeastern coast along the Mediterranean Sea, it combines rich history, modernist architecture, urban beaches, and a strong regional identity. As the capital of Catalonia, Barcelona reflects a unique cultural mix that sets it apart from other major cities in the country. One of the most recognizable features of Barcelona is its architecture, especially the works of Antoni Gaudí. The Sagrada Familia, still under construction after more than a century, draws millions of visitors each year with its intricate design and massive scale. Other Gaudí landmarks like Parc Güell, Casa Batlló, and La Pedrera also contribute to the city's distinct visual character and remain some of the most photographed sites in Spain. Barcelona's layout encourages walking and discovery. The Gothic Quarter is one of the oldest parts of the city, with narrow stone streets, historic churches, and quiet courtyards. Nearby, La Rambla provides a more lively experience with cafes, street performers, and markets like La Boqueria. For a view over the city and sea, spots like Montjuic Hill and Bunkers del Carmel offer scenic overlooks and are popular with both locals and tourists. The city is also known for its vibrant cultural scene and relaxed lifestyle. Whether you are visiting one of the many museums, spending the afternoon at Barceloneta Beach, or enjoying local dishes like paella or tapas, Barcelona combines the feel of a European capital with the rhythm of a coastal city. The Catalan language, widely spoken alongside Spanish, adds another layer to the local experience. Barcelona manages to feel both international and proudly local at the same time. It is a city that can be enjoyed on a tight schedule or explored slowly over several days. From art and architecture to food and views, it offers a balanced introduction to Spain while standing firmly on its own in terms of character and charm. Madrid. Madrid is the capital of Spain and the geographic and political heart of the country. Located in the center of the Iberian Peninsula, it is often described as a city of energy, art, and contrast. While it may not have the beaches or coastline of other destinations, Madrid makes up for it with world-class museums, elegant boulevards, and a strong sense of identity that comes through in everything, from its food to its daily rhythm. One of the city's biggest draws is its collection of art museums. The Prado Museum houses one of the finest collections of European art anywhere, featuring works by Velázquez, Goya, and El Greco. Nearby, the Reina Sofia Museum focuses more on modern and contemporary art, including Picasso's iconic Guernica. The Thyssen-Bornemisza Museum rounds out what is often called Madrid's Golden Triangle of art, offering a wide range of styles and time periods in a walkable area. Beyond the museums, Madrid has a strong architectural presence. The Royal Palace, with its massive size and ornate interior, reflects the historical power of the Spanish monarchy. Just across from it is the Almudena Cathedral, a relatively new building by European standards, but one that blends modern design with traditional elements. The Gran Via, one of the city's main avenues, is lined with historic buildings, shops and theatres, showing off a more modern side of the capital. Madrid is also known for its public spaces and local life. Retiro Park is a large green area in the middle of the city, perfect for a walk, rowboat ride, or quiet break from sightseeing. In the evenings, neighborhoods like Malasaña, La Latina, and Chueca fill with people heading to tapas bars, terraces, and music venues. The social culture in Madrid is strong, and meals often stretch for hours as locals enjoy conversation and community. While Madrid can feel fast-paced and formal in some areas, it also has a laid-back, welcoming side that many visitors grow to appreciate. It may not always be the first city people think of when planning a trip to Spain, but its mix of culture, history, and everyday life gives it lasting appeal. Whether you come for the art, the architecture, or just to get a sense of the country's capital, Madrid offers a deep and memorable experience. Seville is the capital of the Andalusia region in southern Spain and is often considered one of the most culturally rich cities in the country. Known for flamenco, historic architecture, and vibrant street life, Seville has a strong sense of tradition while still feeling alive and dynamic. Its warm climate, colorful streets, and layered history make it a favorite among travelers seeking a deeper look into Spanish heritage. One of Seville's most iconic landmarks is the Seville Cathedral, the largest Gothic cathedral in the world and the burial place of Christopher Columbus. Next to it stands the Giralda, a former minaret converted into a bell tower that visitors can climb for sweeping views of the city. Just a short walk away is the Royal Alcazar, a stunning palace complex originally built by Muslim rulers and later expanded by Christian kings. Its detailed tilework, lush gardens, and mix of architectural styles tell the story of Seville's complex past. The city is also famous for its neighborhoods. Santa Cruz, the former Jewish quarter, is a maze of narrow streets, whitewashed buildings, and hidden courtyards. It is one of the most atmospheric parts of the city and ideal for walking without a set plan. Across the river, Triana has a different character, known for its strong flamenco roots and traditional ceramic workshops. This area gives a more local perspective and often feels less focused on tourism. Cultural life in Seville is especially visible during local events and festivals. The Semana Santa processions during Holy Week are some of the most elaborate in Spain, drawing thousands of visitors. Just a few weeks later, the Feria de Abril transforms the city into a huge celebration, with music, dance, and traditional dress. These events highlight the pride locals take in their customs and how deeply those traditions are woven into everyday life. Seville is often described as a city that stays with you. Its mix of history, warmth, and personality makes it more than just a stop on a tour of Spain. It is a place to slow down, enjoy long meals, listen to live music, and take in the details that define Andalusian culture. For many, it becomes a personal favorite long after the trip is over. Granada is a city where Spain's layered history is especially visible. Located at the foot of the Sierra Nevada mountains in Andalusia, it is best known as the home of the Alhambra, one of the most important and admired architectural sites in Europe. But beyond that, Granada offers a rich mix of Islamic, Christian, and Jewish influences, all set against a backdrop of narrow streets, local markets, and mountain views. The Alhambra is the highlight for most visitors. This sprawling palace and fortress complex was the last stronghold of the Moorish rulers in Spain, and it remains incredibly well preserved. Inside, you'll find intricate carvings, quiet courtyards, and flowing fountains that reflect the sophistication of Islamic art and architecture. The Generalife Gardens, with their terraced layout and mountain views, add to the peaceful and impressive atmosphere. Granada's old neighborhoods are just as memorable. The Albaytin, with its steep cobblestone streets and whitewashed houses, feels like a village within the city. From here, the Mirador de San Nicolás offers one of the best views of the Alhambra, especially at sunset. Nearby, the Sacromonte area is known for its cave houses and flamenco performances, offering a different look into local culture and traditions. The city also reflects its university presence, with a large student population that keeps things lively and affordable. Tapas bars often serve free small plates with drinks, a custom that has helped Granada maintain its reputation for value. This makes it easy to experience local food and social life without needing a big budget, whether you are staying for a day or several nights. Granada is one of those cities that feels both peaceful and full of depth. It is not as large or fast-paced as other cities in Spain, but that works in its favor. The atmosphere encourages exploration, whether you are walking through ancient alleys, visiting historic churches, or relaxing with a coffee in a quiet plaza. With its blend of history, scenery, and authenticity, Granada remains one of the most rewarding places to visit in the country. Valencia is Spain's third largest city and a place where old and new exist side by side in a way that feels natural and balanced. Located on the Mediterranean coast, it combines a historic center, futuristic architecture, urban beaches, and a strong culinary reputation. Over the past 2 decades, Valencia has steadily grown in popularity as a destination that offers variety without being overwhelming. One of the city's most impressive features is the City of Arts and Sciences, a modern architectural complex designed by Santiago Calatrava. With its curved white structures, pools, and open plazas, it includes a science museum, planetarium, opera house, and one of Europe's largest aquariums. This area gives Valencia a futuristic identity that contrasts sharply with its historic core. The old town, centered around Plaza de la Virgen and Valencia Cathedral, offers a very different experience. Here you'll find Roman foundations, Gothic churches, and winding streets filled with cafes and local shops. The Lonja de la Seda, or Silk Exchange, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a reminder of the city's economic importance during the Middle Ages. Not far from the center, the Central Market is one of the largest and most beautiful markets in Europe, housed in a glass and iron building full of fresh produce and regional products. Valencia is also the birthplace of paella, and the surrounding farmland provides the rice used in the dish. While paella can now be found across Spain, eating it in Valencia, especially near the Albufera Natural Park, where it originated, offers a more traditional experience. The city's food scene blends classic recipes with modern influences, and many restaurants put a strong focus on local ingredients. The Turia Gardens, a long park created in a former riverbed, stretches through the city and connects many of its key areas. Locals use it for biking, walking, and relaxing, and it helps tie together Valencia's different sides. Add in beaches like Malvarosa, festivals like Las Fallas, and a pace of life that mixes city energy with coastal calm, and you get a city that appeals to a wide range of travelers without losing its identity. Bilbao is the largest city in the Basque Country and a great example of how a place can reinvent itself while holding on to its roots. Once a heavily industrial city, it has transformed over the last few decades into a hub for design, architecture, and culture. Today, it is known not only for the Guggenheim Museum, but also for its food, green hills, and strong regional identity. The Guggenheim Museum Bilbao, opened in 1997, played a major role in the city's transformation. Designed by Frank Gehry, its curved titanium structure has become one of the most recognized buildings in the world. Inside, the museum focuses on contemporary art, with large installations and rotating exhibitions. Even if you are not especially interested in modern art, the building and its surroundings are worth seeing. The city's old quarter, known as Casco Viejo, offers a completely different experience. Its narrow streets, traditional bars, and local markets reflect the older, more lived-in side of Bilbao. One of the highlights is the Ribera Market, a large indoor space filled with food stalls, fresh produce, and casual dining spots. This part of the city is also where you can try pintxos, the Basque version of tapas, often served on small pieces of bread with local ingredients. Bilbao's setting adds to its appeal. The city is surrounded by green hills, and you can reach quiet beaches or mountain trails in less than an hour. The Nervion River, which runs through the center, has been cleaned up and developed with walking paths and bridges that connect the different neighborhoods. This connection to nature, even within an urban setting, helps give Bilbao a more relaxed feel than some other cities of its size. While it may not have the classic image of a Spanish destination, Bilbao stands out for its quality of life, strong sense of identity, and impressive blend of tradition and innovation. It is a great stop for travelers looking to explore the northern part of Spain and understand the cultural diversity that defines the country as a whole. Cordoba. Cordoba is one of the most historically significant cities in Spain and was once one of the most important centers of learning and culture in medieval Europe. Located in the heart of Andalusia, it served as the capital of the Islamic Caliphate of Cordoba during the 10th century, a time when it was one of the largest and most advanced cities in the world. Today, its historical sites and relaxed pace continue to attract travelers interested in architecture, history, and southern Spanish culture. The city's most famous landmark is the Mezquita, or Mosque Cathedral of Cordoba. Originally built as a mosque in the 8th century and later converted into a cathedral, it remains one of the most unique religious buildings in the world. Inside, rows of red and white striped arches stretch across a vast hall with a Renaissance-style cathedral nave added in the center. The contrast between Islamic and Christian elements reflects the layered history of the region. Cordoba's Jewish Quarter, or Juderia, is another key area to explore. Its narrow alleys, whitewashed houses, and hidden courtyards give a sense of what the city was like in medieval times. Within this area, visitors can find the Synagogue of Cordoba, one of only a few historic synagogues still standing in Spain, as well as the Casa de Sepharad, a small museum dedicated to Sephardic Jewish history. The city is also known for its patios, which are decorated courtyards often filled with flowers and tiles. Each spring, Cordoba hosts the Patio Festival, during which residents open their private courtyards to the public. Even outside of festival season, many patios can be visited, especially in the San Basilio neighborhood. These small spaces reflect the importance of shade and water in Andalusian design and offer a quiet break from the city's sunlit streets. Cordoba may not be as large as nearby cities like Seville or Granada, but its historical weight and quiet charm make it well worth a visit. It is a place where you can see the influence of multiple cultures within walking distance and experience a slower, more traditional side of southern Spain. For travelers interested in history, architecture, and authentic daily life, Cordoba remains one of the most rewarding stops in the region. Ronda. Ronda is a small city in Andalusia that is famous for its dramatic location and unique architecture. Built on both sides of a deep gorge known as El Tajo, the city is connected by the Puente Nuevo, or New Bridge, one of the most photographed landmarks in Spain. With its whitewashed buildings, mountain views, and rich history, Ronda offers a quieter but incredibly scenic alternative to larger cities in the region. The Puente Nuevo spans nearly 100 meters above the canyon floor and connects Ronda's old and new towns. From the bridge and nearby viewpoints, visitors can look out over the surrounding valley and the cliffs below. The structure itself is a masterpiece of 18th century engineering, and it remains the most striking feature of the city. Beneath the bridge is a chamber that was once used as a prison, now accessible through a small museum. Ronda's history stretches back to Roman times, and several civilizations have left their mark on the city. The Arab baths, located near the base of the gorge, are some of the best preserved in Spain. The Old Town, or La Ciudad, contains narrow stone streets, traditional homes, and small churches that reflect the city's Moorish and Christian past. On the opposite side, the new town features a wider plaza and more modern development, though it still retains a traditional feel. Another important part of Ronda's identity is its connection to bullfighting. The Plaza de Toros de Ronda, built in the 18th century, is one of the oldest bull rings in Spain, and now functions as a museum. While opinions on bullfighting vary, the site offers insight into the cultural and historical importance of the tradition in this part of the country. Ronda is also known for its natural surroundings. Located in the mountains, it is a popular base for hiking and exploring the nearby Serranía de Ronda region. Many visitors come for a day trip from Seville or Malaga, but staying overnight allows for a quieter experience once the day crowds leave. With its dramatic setting, deep roots, and peaceful charm, Ronda is one of the most memorable small cities in Spain. Toledo is often described as a city where the history of Spain comes together in one place. Located just south of Madrid, it sits on a hill surrounded by the Tagus River and has been an important cultural and religious center for centuries. Known as the City of Three Cultures, Toledo was home to Christian, Muslim, and Jewish communities that coexisted during the Middle Ages, and their legacy is visible throughout the city. The entire historic center of Toledo is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Its narrow, winding streets are lined with churches, mosques, synagogues, and traditional homes that reflect the city's layered past. One of the most prominent landmarks is the Toledo Cathedral, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture that took more than 250 years to complete. Inside, visitors can see an impressive collection of religious art and ornate chapels. Another key site is the Alcázar of Toledo, a large fortress located at the highest point of the city. It has served various roles over the centuries, including as a royal residence and military academy, and today it houses a museum dedicated to Spanish military history. From the top, the views over the city and surrounding countryside are some of the best in the region. Toledo's Jewish quarter is also worth exploring. It is home to the Synagogue of Santa Maria la Blanca and the Synagogue of El Tránsito, both of which offer insight into the Jewish presence in medieval Spain. The Museo Sephardi, located inside the latter, provides historical context about Jewish life before the expulsion in 1492. These sites, along with preserved Arabic architecture and Christian monuments, make Toledo a place where many layers of Spain's history can be seen in one walk. Toledo is easy to visit as a day trip from Madrid, but staying overnight allows more time to enjoy the city without the crowds. Its mix of cultural landmarks, scenic views, and well-preserved atmosphere makes it one of the most meaningful and educational places to visit in Spain. Whether you are interested in history, religion, or architecture, Toledo offers a deep and memorable experience. Spain is one of those countries that feels familiar at first, but becomes more complex the longer you explore it. It is easy to come for the highlights, a visit to Barcelona, a few days in Madrid, or a stop in Seville. But the true depth of Spain reveals itself gradually through its regions, its food, its festivals, and the way people live from one town to the next. One of the most important things to understand when traveling through Spain is that it is not a single cultural unit. The country is made up of autonomous communities, many of which have their own languages, customs, and even legal systems. In the Basque Country, Galicia, Catalonia, and Valencia, you will see bilingual signage and hear local languages spoken alongside Spanish. In rural parts of Andalusia or Castilla-La Mancha, the pace of life slows significantly and tradition holds a stronger grip. This regional diversity is what gives Spain its unique character and makes travel here feel fresh and varied, no matter how many times you return. It is also a country that is best experienced without rushing. Spanish cities and towns are built around social life, not schedules. Meals are long, often starting late, and locals take their time. Shops may close during the afternoon, and public events like processions or festivals can stop everything for hours. Rather than trying to fit too much into a single day, it is often more rewarding to slow down, have a proper lunch, enjoy the local rhythm, and walk aimlessly through the streets. That is often when Spain feels most alive. For transportation, Spain has one of the best rail networks in Europe. High-speed trains connect Madrid to cities like Seville, Barcelona, Valencia, and Cordoba in just a few hours. Booking tickets early can save money, and traveling by train allows you to avoid traffic and see more of the landscape. For smaller towns, regional trains and buses work well, and renting a car can be a good choice in areas like Andalusia or northern Spain, where some destinations are more remote. In terms of timing, spring, April to June, and early autumn, September to mid-October, are ideal. The weather is usually pleasant, and there are fewer crowds than in the peak summer months. July and August can be very hot, especially in the south, and some locals leave the cities during that time. On the other hand, winter is a surprisingly good time to visit Spain if you are heading to cities rather than the beach. Places like Madrid, Seville, and Granada are calmer, and accommodations are often more affordable. No matter when or where you go, food will play a big part in your experience. Every region has its own specialties, from paella in Valencia and tapas in Andalusia to pinchos in the Basque Country and roasted meats in central Spain. Markets are central to local life, and eating well does not require a big budget. In many cities, ordering a drink comes with a small free plate of food, and even the simplest local taverns often offer excellent quality. Ultimately, Spain is a country that rewards both curiosity and patience. The more you explore, the more it opens up. You might come for the landmarks, but it is the atmosphere, the rhythm, and the regional character that tend to stay with you. It is a place that welcomes repeat visits, and even after seeing the major cities, there is still so much more waiting. Quiet villages, mountain trails, coastal towns, and moments of daily life that remind you why travel is meaningful. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel for more travel documentaries. And in the comments, let us know, what part of Spain are you most excited to visit, or which place would you love to return to?